Hey guys, welcome back to another vlog. How are we all doodling? Doodling. Today, I've just filmed a video. Got the day off work today. My first full day off of the year. And it feels epic. It feels great. No offence to work, but all work and no play makes Becky a bit of a shrew. I felt like a bit like a shrew. Everything was grey and sepia toned and I just felt like a small little shrew. Is that the right word? Shrew? The little mouse. We were just sort of just sitting there watching the wildlife go by in your little riverbank habitat and not really living life, you know? No, I don't know if that analogy makes sense, but in my head I felt like a shrew. I'm gonna stop saying the word shrew now, but yeah, like I said, I've just filmed a video and I was using the Planet Revolution Clean Evolution Beauty. Yes, they've released another brand. Yes, you are correct in thinking, yes, that's another brand in the Revolution Beauty world. Did we need another brand? No, but I am really glad they released this brand because, I mean, spoiler alert, but I was really impressed by the actual performance of the products. And even though I kind of went into it a little bit of a negative Nelly because the word clean, we have issues with the word clean because what does that really mean when it comes to clean eating or clean makeup? But actually it's quite, I recommend watching the video if I do say so myself. If it's up by the time you watch this, I do recommend watching it. If not, I'll link it when it's live. But yes, just on my makeup, feeling myself. I mean, it's a little bit of a hodgepodge. It's not my best work, but it's not my worst work, and that is what we cling to. But today I'm going to actually leave the house because, you know, when you've been sort of I work from home, and then when you've been inside all day on your day off, you kind of think, what am I doing? Why have I not left the house yet? And I do think it's very important for one's mental health, for all of our mental health. If you can leave the house, try and leave the house to get some fresh air because it can do wonders. Nature can do wonders for the soul. So I think I am going to go for a nice walk, see some wildlife, hopefully. I saw a baby squirrel on our road the other day. It was absolutely beautiful. And I could tell it was a baby squirrel because its tail had not grown all the fluffiness yet. And it was so small and sweet. So hopefully I see another baby squirrel, fingers crossed. And I'm going to take you along for the ride. I think I might pop into the charity shops as well. Treat yourself. I might not buy anything, you know, I'm trying not to buy something unless I really like it. But I think my agenda for today is get some fresh air, enjoy myself, TLC, kind of like take myself on a bit of a date, treat yourself. And yeah, I thought we'd take you along for the ride because I'm really enjoying doing the old vlogs and whatnot. And I honestly appreciate you guys so much because everyone's been, I don't know, everyone's just been so nice. And it's just so, you know how the internet can be a bit of a wormhole of negativity? It's just so nice to have a little corner of the internet where it's just, people just seem to be genuinely very nice and just giving genuine recommendations, being really sweet, and I appreciate it beyond belief. So I know my recent vlog was a little bit down in the dumps, but I am pleased to say I'm feeling a bit brighter, and I think all of your advice was absolutely tip top because, you know, in life is a roller coaster, ups and downs, and if you're feeling down, you can't push it away. Sometimes you just got to feel it, and in time you'll get through it. And I'm feeling a bit brighter, which is good. I want to leave the house, which is a good sign. That is a good sign. But yeah, I'm going to pack my bag. It's quite hot outside, I have to say, so I'm just wearing a dress and I got this at a charity shop as well. It's just a sort of light jacket. I've been in the market for light jackets, so I'm glad I picked one up. It's a little bit oversized. The big news is that I am getting my jab tomorrow. Whoop. I'm so excited. I really am so excited. It's just going to be such a relief. I know it doesn't mean you can go crazy, but it does give you a little bit of peace of mind, doesn't it? So yeah, I don't know which one I'm going to get. I don't know if they'll give me the choice. I kind of want the Pfizer one, I don't know why. And public service announcement whilst I'm here. You're still vegan if you get vaccinated. Please don't be worried that you're not vegan if you get a vaccination. Please get vaccinated if you can, because that doesn't make you any less vegan. There's no vegan alternative. I got some questions about this on Instagram, but there's no vegan alternative. You know, with beauty, there are loads and loads of vegan alternatives. But with medication, there's no vegan alternative sometimes, or there's no cruelty-free alternative, or whatever. There's no ethical alternative. You just got to take care of yourself and take care of vulnerable people. End of public service announcement. Right, phone, keys, mask, headphones. There we go. Okay, I think I've got everything. I think one of my worst qualities, why do we start? No, one of my worst qualities is I'm such a faffer. Like, I'm ready to go. I've been ready to go for 20 minutes. Have I left? No. What have I achieved in that 20 minutes? Nothing. Why do I'm always thinking like, oh, have I got this? Have I got this? Have I got this? It's like, I don't know. I don't know if it's a nervous thing or if it's just me being unorganized. Because it's not like I have everything in my bag that I had 20 minutes ago. But why haven't I left? Does anyone else have that? Please let me know if you do, because it's actually very, very annoying. And I would love to break that habit, but I don't know how, because it feels so ingrained in me. So yeah, let me know if you have that as well. I'm going to leave the house and I'm going to listen to a podcast that I've really been enjoying. Well, I've really been enjoying the Receipts podcast. I'm sure I'm very late to the game with the Receipts podcast, but it's great. It's basically 3 people who are really, really, really good at advice. And I'm sure everybody listens to it, and I'm really late to the game, but they are really, really good at advice. I don't always agree with everything all of them say, but I feel like because all 3 of them are quite different, they all come from different angles and like they have different backgrounds and stuff, so, and different life situations. So it's very interesting hearing the dilemmas people send in and what they're kind of like agony aunts, but 21st century agony aunts. And the other podcast I've really been enjoying is You're Wrong About, which is basically a podcast by 2 people. I think they're both journalists or writers, and they debunk commonly held perceptions about things. So like they did one, I've listened to the one about Stockholm Syndrome, which was really interesting, and they are quite unbiased. I feel like they kind of just lay out the situation and then give their opinion on it, but they do tell both sides of the story, I think. I don't know, let me know what you guys think. But they did one on Kurt Cobain and the copycat suicides after he committed suicide, one on the Dingo Got My Baby case, and I'm just about to listen to the one about cancel culture, which will be interesting. So yeah, it's a good podcast. I do enjoy it, and it's very interesting. I've learned a lot from it. I mean, apart from some of them I've already sort of heard about. So like the OJ Simpson, they've done 2 on the OJ Simpson case, which I haven't listened to yet, but oh my god, how many more videos can I watch on that case? There's not much more to say. I mean, I won't get into that can of worms, but yeah, I will end up listening to that one as well. So they do some like well-known cases and then some lesser known things, like Stockholm Syndrome. That one was really, really interesting. And like where the syndrome came from is very interesting as well. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna leave, listen to my podcast. It's been so long and I haven't even left the house. This is what I'm saying, faffing. I need to change this lampshade. That's next on my list. After the curtains, this is next on my list. I almost forgot my reusables. God, it is so swelteringly warm in a nice way, but I did not anticipate. I think this way. Still trying to get my bearings, but I'm trying not to use Google Maps because I think the best way is just to follow your nose, you know? Do you like this angle? This is me when I'm vlogging, but I don't want people to know that I'm vlogging, so I do it from this angle. And now I'm just talking to myself. Nothing to see here, folks. Nothing to see here. Some of these houses are so gorgeous. Oh, there's a dead bee. I just sat down in the park to have my iced coffee, and I sat down next to this dead bee. Rest in peace, little guy. This is my view. A little bit of woodland. I was getting settled next to the dead bee, and then I decided I wanted to go for a bit of a walk. Actually, I bought a book in Oxfam, by the way. Riveting content. I actually didn't buy anything clothes wise because I'm trying not to buy anything unless I super duper fall in love with it. My English is struggling today. I have to be completely honest. I don't really know where I'm going. I think I might turn around and go the opposite way. But yeah, I got a book. It's not for me. It's a birthday present, but I might actually start reading it. I mean, it's a second-hand book anyway, so who's gonna know if I start reading it? Just because I fancy. Basically, my plan was to stay out for longer, but I really, really need a wee. I do not want to use a public toilet because of the germies and obviously COVID. So, change of plan. I'm going to have a quick sit, drink my coffee, which I've got in here. I love this Frank Green cup, by the way. I mentioned it ages ago on my channel. Should I just sit here? Oh no, I'm going to go sit down by the water. How do I get down there? I'm going to go sit down by the water. But yeah, the Frank Green cups are my favourite reusable travel cups ever. They really are great. Although I do need to I need to clean them properly because this one kind of tastes a bit funky. I cleaned it this morning, but something tastes a bit odd. So I'm guessing, I was going to say, can you recommend some, what do you guys do with your reusable cups? Because I just use washing up liquid, but I'm guessing apple cider vinegar is the way to go, as is the answer with most things. So I'm going to try that, but I really, really recommend them. I just love the countryside. Well, no, I'm not in the countryside right now. I love the greenery. I'm in the park and I feel at home. That's where I'm headed. The bench, or I could sit on the ground. Look at that little robin. Book, coffee, and cupcake. Treat yourself. I was thinking, should I get a cupcake? Should I not? Oh, because they were vegan. Well, squished now, but it was very cute before I squished it in the box. But yeah, I was toying with the idea of getting a cupcake, and then I just said, treat yourself. And here I am, cupcake in hand, cup of coffee. I'm going to start reading this book. It's actually for my boyfriend's birthday, but I don't think he'll be watching it. If he is, then don't look away, close your ears, skip to the next bit. But I got him the Bruce Springsteen autobiography. It said international #1 bestseller, and I looked it up. Apparently it's really nicely written. I mean, obviously he's a great songwriter, but yeah, he likes music and he's always reading some kind of autobiography, so I thought I'd get him that. Cup of coffee. Also, I forgot to mention when I said I really liked these, the reason why I like them so much is because they genuinely keep the drink hot or cold. Because you know, most reusable cups, they're not really a thermos, whereas this one actually is a proper thermos and it doesn't leak. You need to clean it properly. Like this was the barista's handprint. This is not my handprint. If you think this is mud, think again. But yeah, really recommend. This is the biggest size, I think. They last really well. I've got a smaller size, which is like this big, which is good for small coffees and teas. But yeah, review of the cupcake. I actually didn't make note of where I got this from. I just went into a random coffee shop. Great icing to cupcake ratio. I just love icing. I could eat icing. Someone said you could either eat the cake or the icing. Icing every time. I just love it. I love the really cheap icing as well, you know, like the royal icing. I could eat that by the strip, honestly. Interesting content? Probably not. Probably not. Also, do you like my dress? I got it off Depop. It's a Reformation rip-off. Can't take it any longer. I need a wee. I need to either go home or find a quiet corner where I can just quietly wee. I don't know if you're allowed to wee in public. Like, boys do it all the time. Boys. They just drop their trousers and wee, don't they? I've seen it happen. But for some reason, those with a vagine don't do it. I think I need to put a little bit more lip product on. The lip product I got from Revolution, I really, really like. The Planet Revolution lip and cheek tint lasts really well, and it wasn't too like sticky. It was more like a kind of cream gloss type thing, so it didn't stick to my mask. So I'll put some on now. I think I brought it with me. She says confidently, but I don't actually know if I did. Okay, maybe I didn't, but I'll put the Tropic lip gloss on because I'm trying to use this up. Nearly finished. I don't know about you, but I've had a really good day. It's very peaceful. This is the shade, if you want to know. Candy. It smells like drumsticks. I love the smell of drumsticks. Not chicken drumsticks, the sweet drumsticks. But yeah, I'm going to bump into people now, so I think I'll catch up with you when I'm home. I love these lampposts, the old-fashioned lampposts. I just have a real thing for them. I dream one day to have one in my garden or in my front garden. I don't know how I would do that. So I think they are, obviously, I couldn't have a genuine London lamppost, but yeah, this is what they look like. The fancy ones, obviously, we've got lots of regular lampposts, just the grey ones, but I love these old school ones, they're very sweet. I don't know if they've got any... Sorry, this is really geeky. No, there's no embossing really, there's no name or anything. Where would one buy a lamppost for your garden? I just don't know. They don't sell them at garden centres, do they? Anyway, yeah, you didn't ask, but I really like these lampposts. I'm home now. Sorry, I kind of forgot to update you because I had to rush back because the maintenance man was coming, all very boring. But yeah, I'm home. I've had some food. I had some watermelon and a salad with pasta. It was an interesting mix, but it was nice. And I really got into, well, we've only done it a couple of times, but I've been doing pickled vegetables, which obviously you should do it in advance because I really want, basically, my ultimate, let me sit down. Let me just perch. I really want some proper pickled vegetables. This is so niche, but I wanted, you know those ones they have in Le Comptoir Lebanese where they're like, they're in jars and they're bright purple. I think they're pickled radish and they add them to some of the, stuttered. I think it's pickled radish or pickled turnip, I'm not sure, but they add it to lots of sort of like Lebanese dishes and like falafel kind of tabbouleh sort of dishes, and they also, I don't know, I just always wanted to actually have a jar of proper pickled veg, but I can't find any anywhere that's not just sort of pickles in a jar or like supermarket sort of pickles. I want the authentic Lebanese kind of cuisine, you know? So I need to actually look up whether there's some Lebanese shops. There should be, because there's quite a lot of Lebanese eateries here. So hopefully, anyway, this is so boring, but basically I've been making my own pickled veg, but which is very impromptu and it's not quite as good as pickled veg, but you can just prepare it just before and it's basically pickled, it's basically a vegetable with a dressing, with a kind of brine. It's not as good, but it satisfies that kind of craving for something tangy and savoury. So I had that with my salad. I basically just did carrots and onion chopped up and then added equal parts water with white wine vinegar and some salt and pepper. And it was really good, I have to say. It was very, very good. Went well with my pasta. I think I might wrap up this vlog here because I haven't really got anything else to fill you in on. Probably just going to wind down and go to bed. But thank you so much for spending the day with me. I really hope you enjoyed. I had a good time, not gonna lie. I've still got lots to do. Today was supposed to be an admin day, but I kind of switched it out for a treat yourself day, which sometimes you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. So yeah, thank you so much for spending the day with me. I hope you enjoyed as well. If you want to subscribe, obviously, please do. And hopefully I'll see you very soon. Bye.